SBA Publications.
Hello, dear students, how are you? I hope that you're doing nice and you're practicing your grammar well. So, today I am here with our chapter number 5 of English grammar, and the name of our chapter is Noun Gender. In the previous chapter, we talked about nouns, number, and now we are going to talk about its gender. So, let's get started. Gender is the quality of a noun or pronoun that classifies it as masculine, feminine, common or neuter gender. Okay, so it classifies noun in these four sections. So let's see an example. My sister Sonakshi and Mr. Verma's son Sushant are friends. They went to the same school. So in the above example, the word sister tells us that the person being spoken of is a female. That sister is a female. The word son tells us that the person being spoken of is a male. Okay, son. Friend tells us that the persons being spoken of can either be male or female. So friend can either be male or female. And school tells us that the noun is an inanimate thing. It is a lifeless thing and is neither male or female. Thus, by merely looking at the words, we know whether someone is a male or female. It is a non-living thing. It is a class name that can refer to both male and female person. So, by just looking at the words, we understand whether we are talking about a female, a male, or a lifeless thing, or anything that can be both. Okay. The quality that helps us to identify the above nouns is called gender. There are four kinds of gender. Let's see what are those. First is masculine gender that classifies which someone that is male. Feminine gender is what denotes to females. Common gender and neuter gender might be new for you. So let's read masculine gender first. A noun that denotes male person or animal is said to be masculine. That denotes male person or animal is masculine gender. For example, man, boy, uncle, son, brother, king, lion, etc. Okay. But the feminine gender, that is a noun that denotes a female person or animal. When we're talking about a female person or animal, we are talking about the feminine gender. For example, woman, girl, aunt, daughter, sister, queen, lioness, etc. Now, the third one that we have is neuter gender. And what is a neuter gender? A noun that denotes an inanimate thing, a lifeless thing, a non-living thing. That is neither male nor female. It's neither male nor female. Is said to be in the neuter gender. For example, house. House is neither male nor female. Tree, chair, table, desk, ball, etc. All these are inanimate things. Next one we have is common gender, a noun that denotes either a male or a female, a noun that denotes both, either a male or a female. Okay, it does not talk about a single gender. So, such nouns are of common gender. The word child may be either a male child or a female child. It is a word common to both. The words that are common to both masculine and feminine gender are said to be of common gender. Words like child, friend, cousin, person, pupil, parent, teacher are common gender. Okay, all these words are examples of common gender. Now let's see how do we form feminine gender from masculine gender. Feminine gender can be formed in different ways. First is by adding ESS to the masculine form. The masculine form, we add ESS to it and we get our feminine form of it. For example, lion is a masculine animal and lioness is its feminine. Tiger has tigress and god has goddess. Okay. In the following examples, the addition of ESS causes an internal change in the spelling of the word. Actor, actress, duke, duchess, emperor, empress, governor, governess, director, directress, hunter, huntress, waiter, waitress. Okay. Next we have is by using a completely different word. There are some nouns for which we use different words. For example, for brother we use sister. For cock, we have hen, dad, mom, father, mother, gander, goose, horse, mare, lord, lady, monk, nun, son, daughter, bull, cow, colt, filly, dog, bitch, fox, vixen, groom, bride, husband, wife, man, woman, nephew, niece, uncle, aunt. So all these words are completely different from the masculine words, right? Next we have is by the formation of compound words, that is by adding another word to be feminine noun. So sometimes we add another word to the masculine gender to convert it into its feminine. For example, washer man is washerman and washerwoman is washerwoman, right? It's feminine. For example, fisherman, we have fisherwoman. Grandson, granddaughter. He goat, she goat. So we are changing the compound word here. Manservant, maidservant. Stepfather, stepmother. Grandfather, grandmother. Granduncle, grandaunt. Landlord, landlady. Milkman, milkmaid. Stepson, stepdaughter. So all these are examples of the one that you just got to know about. Some words have a slightly different form than those mentioned above for the feminine genders. So some have a slightly different form. For example, hero, heroine, master, mistress, lad, lass, widower, widow. So there are some more different words. Now we have common and neuter gender. Common gender refers to either male or female, as you have already learned. Look at the list of words denoting common gender. So there are some words that denote common gender. Let's look at them. Anchor, announcer, baby, child, companion, composer, cousin, cricketer, footballer, friend, individual, organizer, parent, person, player, pupil. Reporter, student, teacher, tutor, ward, worker. So all these are some of the common gender nouns. Now we have neuter gender that refers to non-living things that are neither male nor female. Common gender are both male or female. Neuter gender are not neither male nor female. Book, chair, desk, egg, gold, hat, ink, kite, lamp, mat, net, pot, school, taxi, umbrella, van, watch, quilt. All these are inanimate, non-living, lifeless things and they are of neuter gender. Now you have to remember that though collective nouns such as army, people, nation, flock and class and group are used to signify the collection or group of living things, they are classified as neuter gender. Although these words, they signify a collection or a group of living things, but still we count them under neuter gender. Okay. Now here we are done with the chapter and we have this exercise which you have to do. And as the chapter was easy, I hope you can do it by yourself really well. So that's it for today. I will see you in the next video with another chapter of our grammar. Till then, keep on practicing. Bye bye.